Day 1 of not having to be a chef on a yacht. I'm taking a cruise and I'm so happy that I don't have to cook for a whole week. So we got onto the ship and we went to our stateroom. And of course we headed straight up to the buffet. We got some empanadas. Everything was delicious. The meatball lasagna was oof. Then I got some tacos at Blue Iguana. Just loaded that up. Look at these beautiful cakes. I tried the elderberry flour. It was delicious. And I got some gelato. We sailed out of Miami, so here's the port, and did a little dancing as we sailed away. Found this cute little library bar, and they have like a little wine dispenser in there, a piano bar. There's a dude that plays piano every night. Here's their sushi restaurant, their steak restaurant. Welcome to Flavortown, baby. Guy Fieri's restaurant, Havana bar, and we're off. Look at this crazy looking house. It's just like floating out in the middle of nowhere. Sailed past South Beach, and enjoyed the views of beautiful downtown Miami. Went for a quick swim before dinner. Started off with cured salmon, tomato soup, poblano and corn chowder, house salad, Caesar salad. I seriously thought they were playing a joke with me when they brought this little piece of jelly, but then they poured my strawberry soup on top. It tasted like an upscale Go-Gurt and I was here for it. Vegetable lasagna, sweet and sour shrimp, bourbon glazed chicken, pan-seared mahi-mahi with vegetables, slow roasted beef brisket, and their vegetarian Indian dishes, which are fantastic. Don't sleep on it. Did some cardio before dessert. We got the tiramisu, and our waiter was so cute. He kept on making us little origami animals and stuff. For dessert, we had some fresh fruit, chocolate lava cake. I could only eat like one bite. It was so rich, but it was gorgeous. Finished the meal with some coffee, and look, our waiter made us little swords out of tea bags, and a goodbye rose. Listened to some live music, went back to the library bar and found this like weird ninja duck thing. We don't know. More live music, and to the welcome show. Had to get a midnight snack, so we got some caprese salad, Reuben sandwich, and truffle fries. Sat out on the deck and watched a movie. Went to the late night comedy, and good night. Day 2 of not having to be a chef on a yacht. We headed down to the dining room to have some breakfast. Started off with bruleed grapefruit and fresh melon, and pretty much ordered the whole breakfast menu. Got a pastrami board, smoked salmon, French toast with caramelized bananas, eggs Benny, an Indian dish, egg sandwich, and avocado toast. We were docked in Bimini today, so I got off the boat, and unfortunately it was raining, but we made the most of it by crashing the Hilton pool. Headed to the beach, and enjoyed the crystal clear turquoise water. I found this coconut on the side of the road, and decided to taste it. It was awful. Headed back to the ship for some lunch. I got a few things from the buffet and then headed over to Guy's Burger Joint for one of the best burgers I've ever had. I got the ringer, which comes with an onion ring on it, loaded it up with caramelized onions and sauteed mushrooms. I also got a steak burrito from Blue Iguana and it was delicious. And their cakes on board were A1. I got the raspberry kind. Also got some hazelnut ice cream. Played some trivia and went for a dip. And off to formal night. Watched Johnny Depp play the piano, listened to some more live music, and took a little walk before dinner. This is my fam's elevator dance. Started off with mushroom soup, Italian meatball soup, fried oysters, a pork and pineapple tart, shrimp cocktail, a spinach, walnut and berry salad, Caesar salad, and lobster with mushroom risotto. And we can't forget about the prime rib. I know this looks like a lot of food, but my family can eat. We also had some pan-seared striped bass, and the vegetarian Indian dish coming in clutch again. Our table was always jam-packed with food, but we finished it all. For dessert, we had some creme brulee. What a classic. And of course, finished dinner with some coffee. And our waiter Yoga always finished the meal with some origami. Went to go see some comedy, and then the show. After eating that much food, I was always exhausted, so we headed back down to the stateroom, and I passed this crazy-looking towel animal that made me laugh, and went to bed. Day 3 of not having to be a chef on a yacht. We headed down to the dining room for some breakfast, got some fresh fruit and smoked salmon, avocado toast, eggs Benedict, an Indian breakfast, and waffles with a mascarpone spread. And then tendered out to Moon Cay, which is Carnival's private island. We went to relax and swim at the beautiful beach. It was just perfect outside. And then we had a little barbecue on the beach. They made jerk chicken with rice and beans, hamburgers, and salad. And I met a chicken friend. Said goodbye to Moon Cay and got ready for dinner. We started off with some vegetable spring rolls, 5 orders of escargot, a pulled pork slider, ceviche, a pumpkin soup, and a Greek salad. Here's the spread. and then had to do the chicken dance before dinner. We had veal parmesan, a butternut squash stuffed portobello, and roasted leg of lamb. Our server made us origami tanks tonight, which was fun. For dessert, we had raspberry cheesecake, chocolate lava cake, and some fresh fruit. You know, you gotta balance everything out. I always like to finish my meals with a nice hot cup of coffee. Went to the deck and watched Cruella, listened to some live music, and headed to the Love and Marriage show. And look, I met a herd of towel elephants. Went up to the Lido deck for a Halloween party, and they had a costume contest, which was really fun to watch. Tina was killing it. I mean, this is spot on, so he obviously won. There was also a family reunion going on. There was like 30 of them, and they all dressed up as Shrek characters. But look, it's my towel animal friends again. Went back to the room and called it a day. Day 4 of not having to be a chef on a yacht. Headed to the dining room to get some breakfast. Started off with vanilla bean Danish, blueberry muffin, olive oil and orange muffin, chia seed pudding, filet mignon and eggs, Korean fried chicken with watermelon kimchi, huevos rancheros, carbonara scrambled eggs, grilled salmon salad, and ahi tuna. Here's the spread, and yes, we ate it all. Ended brunch with a s'mores skillet cake and a rose from the waiter. Played some soccer pool. I told my dad he looked like he was part of the Lollipop Guild, and then headed to the ropes course. Also played some mini golf, and then headed to the buffet for lunch. Because my family's constantly eating. Everyone would take bets on how much weight I'm gonna gain on this cruise. And whoever bakes these cakes on board deserves a kiss. They're remarkable. After lunch, I headed to the Lido deck for pumpkin carving. Then to trivia, a comedy show, board games with the fam, and swimming. Got ready for dinner and headed down to the dining room. The waiters and waitresses did a little dancing before the meal. Started off with some clam chowder, crab cakes, pumpkin soup, stuffed mushrooms, Caesar salad, and arugula salad. Got myself a nice glass of red wine. For the mains, I had filet mignon, spinach pie with a sweet potato mash, garlic shrimp with some vegetables, and I always have to get the vegetarian Indian dish. For dessert, a vanilla souffle with creme anglaise, fresh fruit, and I always finish big meals with a nice cup of coffee. Our waiter gave me an origami swan. His name is Steve. After the show, headed back with Steve and went to bed. Day 5 of not having to be a chef on a yacht. Headed to the dining room for some breakfast. Got fresh melon, smoked salmon, yogurt parfait, salad with fried eggs, French toast, an omelet, and my favorite was the Indian dish. My pinky toe was chafing, so I had to change into tennis shoes, and got ready to explore Amber Cove. The sun is intense here, so we suited up, found a cute little feral cat, and then went straight to the party pool. I sunbathed a bit, and they had this really cool zip line that went across the pool. And then I went on a hike to explore the island. They had these really cute bungalows and a sky bar up at the top of the mountain. And then we headed back to the boat for lunch. This has been some of the best food I've had on a cruise. I really think Carnival amped up their menu during COVID. For dessert, I had some gelato, a peach cake, mint chocolate chip cake, key lime pie, and a cake that looked like meatloaf. I was still hungry, so I had a pizza. Enjoyed the views of the Dominican, gotten a little exercise. Look at my family just swinging. Said goodbye to the island, played some cards, went to the steakhouse to check out their dry-aged steaks, enjoyed the sunset, and then got ready for dinner. Headed down to the dining room and started off with a barbecue chicken flatbread, garlic mussels, alligator beignets, French onion soup, shrimp cocktail, a raspberry salad, caprese salad, Caesar salad. For the mains, we got ribs, sweet potato cheese pie, a shrimp gumbo, and always the Indian dish. One of our servers had an amazing voice, so he went down and did a little concert for everyone. For dessert, I had apple pie a la mode, fresh fruit, and of course a coffee. My waiter also made me a little origami heart. Went up to the Lido deck to watch Hocus Pocus, and called it a night. Day 6 of not having to be a chef on a yacht. Woke up and rode the sky ride, and then headed down to the dining room for some breakfast. Started off with vanilla bean danishes, ahi tuna with an olive oil paintball, smoked salmon, gravlax, chia seed pudding, yogurt parfait, Mediterranean salad, Korean fried chicken with watermelon kimchi, Santa Fe burger, huevos rancheros, eggs Benny. After breakfast, we went to trivia and then headed to the pool. Sunbathed for a bit and then went to go get some ice cream. Just part of the daily routine. Headed up to the buffet for lunch, and then we also tried out their Asian restaurant. You could pretty much build your own noodle and vegetable bowl. Also got a fried chicken sandwich with truffle fries, and today was chocolate day, so all these cakes had some kind of chocolate in them. We played this fun parachute game in the atrium, got in some meditation, and then tried out the slides. Took a little nap, chilled out in the sauna, had to stop by the pizzeria for a pre-dinner pizza. Loaded that bad boy up with lots of mushrooms and cheese. I was going for like an Arthur vibe for dinner. I think I nailed it. Watched Johnny Depp play the piano, played some cards. What is this angel baby even doing? Went to go watch the show, and then headed to dinner. Started off with some clam chowder, egg drop soup, frog legs, fried shrimp, Caesar salad, a chilled peach soup, Cobb salad, and for the mains, some braised short ribs, enchiladas with a cashew mole, grilled New York strip, bourbon glazed pork chop, and of course the Indian dish. For dessert, baked Alaska, chocolate lava cake, and some fresh fruit. Headed back to the stateroom and called it a day. Day 7 of not having to be a chef on a yacht. Unfortunately, today was the last day of the cruise, so we woke up and headed down to breakfast. Had some smoked salmon, some pastries, eggs Benedict, French toast with caramelized bananas and a mascarpone spread, avocado toast, my favorite, which was the Indian dish, and an omelet. Headed up to the Lido deck to take a walk while we waited to disembark. This week has been an absolute blast. I was so impressed with Carnival's service and food and pretty much everything. I'm so excited for my next cruise planned for March. Thanks for following along.